Welcome back everybody to Monster Hunter World. This time I'm meeting you with the Elder Melder because I'm gonna kind of transition to one of my things I do in my main file, which is bringing mega barrel bombs, but I think with the Great Jagras Man we can probably get rid of these. Let's do 10. I want 10 though. I want like an even number. There we go. Let's get 12. So this uses up some of our research points. So mega barrel bombs is something in my main file I do. Whenever a monster is almost dead or it ends up getting put to sleep in the battle somehow, I lay bombs in front of it and I use slinger ammo to blow them up. And I figure we'll kind of bring those. You can only lay 2 down, but it still works. And today's agenda is taking down those monsters, those new monsters in Elder's Recess, which is Dodogama Drama. Hey, we've gotten a report of an unusually fine monster specimen roaming around. We need you to seize on this opportunity, so we need you to investigate ASAP. I just like the name of it, the Dodogama Drama. This is one of the brand new monsters that we encountered last episode when we finally received a new area to explore, the Elder's Recess. Another thing I did between episodes is I actually switched our equipment around. We still have the armor charm and the power charm, the cool drink, but we'll get more from quests. And now I've officially switched to the herbal medicines. That way they're just faster to use. The only other thing is in equipment, I'm still actually going to re-equip the attack charm, but I did actually upgrade the health charm to 2. I was missing a Rathian ruby, and the best way I could recommend to get that, you can get that from Rathian or Pink Rathian, but try to get an investigation with silver/gold rewards. Gold rewards have your best yield. I think it's about a 13% chance. So just letting you know there. I will reslot in my decorations, which, I mean, we don't have much of a choice. We might as well slot in just our 1 attack deco for a little bit extra attack, and let's head out. Another thing I want to go over is, if you've noticed, I actually switched our equipment around quite a bit. Since we're using the switch axe, I actually switched to the Kadachi Van Braces to give us a little bit extra evasion, not window, but distance. The Lumu Coil was just stronger equipment since we're going to be fighting stronger monsters going forward, so this just made sense. Divine Blessing is a nice skill that has a predetermined chance to lower our damage taken. And the Juratotus Greaves gives us 2 levels of focus, which helps the fill rate of our sword mode with the switch axe. Really good to use, that way we can get to our more powered up state even faster, and obviously when we fill that gauge up and we get mini explosions, it does even more damage, so it is very useful to have. And since we're in Elder's Recess, we are looking
We're on the right track.
we are looking for Nergigante tracks, which I think we're about to actually max this out. Okay, can I just, there we go. Oh, and Dodogama's just right in front of me. I was like, where is he? So Elder's Recess is pretty cool because it actually has these pillars above us. Alright, bad roll. These little pillars above us we can actually knock down, so I want to see... Oh.
You better do something before you get blown to smithereens.
Yes, thanks Handler for... I forget she says that when you get blast blade. Yeah, Dodogama can inflict a new status we have yet to see. But yeah, if he gets under this, I want to show something because this is a great way to inflict free damage on a monster, but it is tough, especially with Dodogama being small. Oh hey, Uragan's also here. Oh, friends, and they're gonna fight each other. Well, I guess we're just gonna get in here. We're gonna get in the fun and attack Dodogama. Let's see how this goes. His body's a bit tougher, but we can soften up that face to get some big damage on him. When Uragan's not slamming the ground, he's not an evolved form, but I kind of like to think Uragan is a version of Baroth. Like, he's also a brute wyvern. He's large, he's big, he's dangerous. He does things I'm not overly fond of. I really want to knock this down on Dodogama. Yeah, I think he's below it. Yeah, there you go. It doesn't do much damage because we are also in just a high rank, the stronger the monster, the more health they have, the more damage that those falling stuff will do. Like if we did something like that to a low rank monster, that would do like minuscule damage. Also, Uragon is getting in the way a sizable amount. It's a little annoying. But I mean, these are tough monsters. I didn't expect this to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. And look how fast that filled up. One solid combo filled it up. That's amazing. Really good. If Uragon would kind of leave me alone. Although it actually looks like Dodogama's trying to escape, but I'm being really mean to him. Oh, let me grab you.
Boy, this heat is something else. Use a cool drink to stave off that heat.
Yeah, and see, we didn't have that last time because I had actually drank a cool drink. Why'd Uragon follow me? Why'd you follow me? Is this how everything is gonna go now? And just think that it's filling up that fast with only focus level 2. Imagine if we had the full focus level 3, it would increase super quickly. And we're taking a slight beating, so we're just gonna kind of back off and heal. This is why I sacrificed that critical eye stats and stuff to get stronger base armor, and I upgraded it nearly all the way to the best that I could with the spheres that I had, because these monsters are hard. I mean, especially when they double team. I don't like when they do this, and I keep forgetting to bring dung pods because I'm not playing optimum. Although it looks like Dodogama is actually limping away. Uragon, can you go away? Leave me alone. Being annoying. And we haven't even seen the worst offender of this. There is a monster in high rank we have not encountered yet who is a big offender of this mechanic of just invading quests, and he's super annoying. Okay. Okay. Alright, I don't want to die again. So can we just, like, chill? Milo, yes, thank you for the heal. Oh, now Dodogama's going the other way. Don't you worry, Uragan. I'll have my revenge. Oh, and revenge will be sweet. If Dodogama goes to sleep, I can actually show this off. But it doesn't look like... No, he's not going to sleep. His nest is in that opening area, but I didn't know if he would, like, come here and just try to fall asleep. So one cool thing we can do is I can actually use the clutch... Oh, never mind. While you're doing an elemental discharge, you can actually hit the clutch claw button of L2 and transition into a clutch claw, like discharge, like mounting onto the monster and using it. Or I think you can do that into a claw attack. I don't know. I don't actually use the switch axe all that much since Iceborne. The switch axe was originally my main weapon when I first played Monster Hunter World, but then when I got a friend into the game, so when leading up to that summer before Iceborne launched, then I was like, oh hey, like if you're gonna play the game for the first time, then I'll try to use a brand new weapon. And then that's when I transitioned to the longsword, and I've been in love ever since. All right, Dung, I'm bringing you with me. I'm gonna need you going forward. I just feel it. I feel I'm gonna need you. But yeah, so the switch axe used to be my main, so I don't know too much of its Iceborne mechanics that they kind of added or changed, especially with the clutch claw. But yeah, I know its base move. That's how I'm semi-competent with it. Oh, and like I said, we changed our armor. Now we're hodgepodge now. Now we're all over the place with our design. All right. Oh, we got a face stone. Look at that, getting better. Survival, kind of a throwaway skill. Not very good. Great. Our progress on Gigante is almost there, but now we're gonna go back to town and fight Uragon. Oh hey, the game just dropped me right where Uragon was. Good, just make revenge all the sweeter. So I decided just to meet you immediately in the mission since we were just going to go right back into it anyways. While I was in town though, I did actually meld more shock traps and trank bombs because I am just going to capture Uragon. Also, we're going to need to soften that face up. That's going to be a fat problem. Somehow. But yes. Yeah, so I met you back in the field. This will work. But yeah, we're pretty much going to take down Uragon and Lavacia. Yeah, I have an optional for Lavacia, so that's not going to burn you. That's actually going to put you to sleep. I hate just barely running into his animation. Now, Uragon is actually the next star rank up, so he's actually significantly harder. While Dodogama is almost a one-for-one equivalent of the Great Jagger from the Ancient Forest, Dodogama is definitely a lot tougher. Uragon, I would say, as I mentioned, he reminds me of an equivalent of Baroth, but definitely a lot harder. Also, I'm trying to get a mount. And watch out for that. That attack hurts, but it has a giant wave to send a ground tremor to kind of make you stumble. And I'm trying to do this because I want him down to get a good combo of damage. And I'm not paying attention to my stamina, and we're down. Man, this is going very poorly for this run. Yeah. Now, he is kind of similar in the fact to Radobon as well. I mean, actually, he reminds me of a combination of Baroth and Radobon, if I'm being honest. The rolling mechanic of Radobon, but kind of the tough, big slam face of... I mean, I guess Radobon has it as well. Also, we're getting wrecked right now, dude. We're getting destroyed by this. And my armor is definitely, like, stronger, too. Okay. Oh my god. The worst part of Uragon is the fact that he's so large. It gives him a giant hitbox. I want my revenge. Although I feel like if we get a good rhythm against Uragon, we'll be fine. There we go. There's a stun, that's what I want. Okay. That's fine. We're in our amp state. We'll dish out a bit more damage. He might knock me off with this. No. He does not. Alright. One thing that's a little bit hard to kind of explain is when you use the... what's it called? The discharge with sword mode. Don't mash triangle to the point at the very end where it just auto forces you off. I think it fully drains your sword gauge, and it kind of sends you flying, if I'm being honest, away from the monster. If you want to get higher, more consistent damage output, press triangle for a bit, but then just kind of stop, and you'll still do an explosion, so you'll still get big damage, but you'll actually just fall just short of the monster. It's really nice to stay close, especially if you still have sword gauge. It just keeps you on the monster. It's real good. I don't know if that was the Nitro Toad that blew us up, or if he actually had a bomb there. Yeah, it's kind of funny how easy Dodogama is to hit, despite being so small, but also really annoying how hard Uragon is to hit, despite being so large. It's kind of ironic. Also, we need to find Nergigante tracks. Like, we haven't even found any yet because the game just threw me where Uragon was located. Maybe there's tracks in here. We'll know once Uragon leaves this area. Then we'll find out. Yeah, that's why I went for Evade Extender. That way, like, even if it doesn't increase our invulnerability window, it does allow us to roll a little bit farther away from the monster. Even if it just barely lets us squeeze out of the way of their attack animation. Except when you're Godzilla size like Uragon. This is going very poorly. This should not have been this hard. I mean, if I'm being honest with you, Uragon is one of my weaker matchups of monsters, so it is something I definitely struggle with. Like I mentioned near the beginning of the series, Brute Wyverns are my weaker matchups. I know flying monsters can be a bit of a pain for kind of everybody, but Brute Wyverns for some reason just cause me the most trouble. I'm not sure why they always cause me to suffer. They just do. Maybe it's because of all their excessive movement that just kind of proves difficult for me. Because they are definitely very mobile monsters, and that does make them a bit more challenging to deal with. But I'm not sure if that's the sole reason that makes them tough for me personally. It could be. But hey, everyone's got their strong setups and their weak matchups, you know? It's only natural. Can't be good at every hunt that we do. Not every hunt can be easy. Alright, and I think because we've damaged him enough, he does actually, when he rolls, it knocks him out of it. Good for us. Bad for him. And having this low sharpness level is not helping us in the slightest. Alright. I might need Uragon to run away so I can sharpen, or at least find a window to sharpen. Come on. Maybe you just take a knockdown? Maybe? No? No? No knockdown? Also, now you're back in your old area, Uragon. Whatever happened to that new zone? Hey. Alright, see if we can... There we go. We got them out. Let's keep it this time. And actually get our finishing blow. If this fire doesn't... Okay. I didn't know if the fire was going to slowly burn us to death while we're on Uragon. That would have sucked. Alright, there we go. Now we got it. Alright, here we go. Big damage time. Ah. Okay, so I could capture Uragon, but I think I'm gonna run around for a second and kind of let him recover, because I want to try to find those Nergigante tracks. And there should be some just nearby. It's not like the game tries to hide them. I mean, realistically, we only have to find maybe like 1 or 2 tracks, so I'm gonna kind of run around for a minute and see if I can find some. Hopefully. Oh, never mind. We actually found some right here. Which makes sense. Because it seems like Nergigante likes this certain area. Kind of weird since there's X.
Let's report back to the ecological research team.
Alright. So yeah. Because, as I mentioned, high rank is very kind of open-ended, where it doesn't really force you to fight anything. Like, we came to Elder's Recess, and it only actually tasked us with citing all of the Elder Recess monsters. So we never actually had to fight Dodogama, Uragon, and we don't have to fight Lavacia. We're going to unlock more armor to have more customization options to show off all the armor, like the armor showcase. But yeah, it doesn't actually force you. You just had to come here and find enough Nergigante tracks, and that's it. Like, now that we're here and we got it, we don't have to finish Uragon. We could just be like, alright, we're out, and just report to the ecological research. So, the bomb strap, you don't want to put them directly on their face. You don't want your slinger ammo to hit them in the face. But put it here, walk back, because remember, it's a wake-up hit. So 360 and 180, because the one of them's a wake-up hit. And then the other one's just regular. And that's good free damage just for them waking up. Which means Uragon should be just about finished. I think. Although our sharpness is super bad. Uh-oh.
Frightening monster. Those scales. Be careful, partner. This is gonna be one nasty fight.
Hey, you remember how I mentioned that there's a monster really infamous for invading quests and just showing up and causing your life to be the worst that it could ever be? Yeah, it's this guy. Yeah, it's him. It's Basil Goose. Basil Goose. However you want to pronounce his name. Yeah, he's the worst. He's the worst. Now I kind of wish I would have caught Uragon. Because trying to deal with this with Basil Goose here is going to be awful. One, Basil Goose is insanely powerful. And he's very, like, he seeks you out. He seeks you out. Uragon, can you just die? Just die. Okay. What? It's so okay. It's so crazy. It's like I didn't die. We've been in this battle the whole time. We never left. Can I one just hit Uragon and also not die? Like, why is he not dead? Why are you still alive? Die. Please, thank you. Please, oh my god, I need to carve your tail and get away from Basil. Basil, like Uragon, drops bombs, but they're way harder to see, and they're the worst. They are the worst. Basil is the worst monster. Well, maybe, okay, see, that's kind of debatable. That kind of depends. In base world, I would legitimately give Basil Goose as definitely being in the top 3 for the worst monsters in the game that just causes you trouble. Like, for one, Basil is kind of annoying to fight. Legitimately, he's kind of annoying to fight. And when you're trying to fight literally anything else, he's the worst. Also, I'm stupid. I literally have these dung pods that I could have shot Basil with. Wow. That's what we call a pro gamer moment right there. This is why I am the professional and know what I'm doing 100% of the time. Well, at least we got 2 face stones. Maybe RNG will be nice for the crap we went through. Antidote, of course. Cause why would the game give us anything nice? It doesn't know how to reward pain.
I think we have enough data on Nergigante now. Want to report to ecological research?
We do not. I'm back in town for this one, because if Lavacia is also in the same star ranking as Uragon, and we're gonna fight, and I think Lavacia is honestly worse than Uragon, we're gonna need to eat a meal. We're gonna need to eat a meal, and we're gonna need to, you know, mentally prepare ourselves with some good food. And Lavacia, we're definitely capturing Lavacia. I'm not even gonna be like, no, out of sheer will, we're going to murder you. No. I can depart, but I don't want to risk the game just dropping me where Lavacia is, so I'm going to run all the way to the canteen here and eat a meal because, oh man, we need it. Yeah, I'll take the attack up large, the plus 10 health, the 50 stamina, I'll take it all, and let's go. The good news about Lavacia is that he is actually always in the same area. Where Uragon's kind of in that like right area off to the right, he's in that kind of sector of the map. And Dodogama kind of chills here in the center. Lavacia, well, if it wasn't an indication of where we actually first encountered him, gee, I wonder. sarcastically and rhetorically where Lavacia could be located. Gee, I wonder where. Could he be in the lava area? Man, that would be crazy, right? Crazy. And there he is. We unfortunately have to wait for him to resurface, though. We've discovered him, but I can't actually hit him yet. Now I can. This is Lavacia. So Lavacia has extremely hard skin. And I mean extremely hard skin. When he comes out of the magma, his body will be red. As you do damage, though, it'll kind of cool off rapidly, and it becomes rock solid, where you'll bounce off. Like, oh, you're at blue sharpness? Sorry, you're bouncing off, homie. Yeah, you can hear it. I've hit him enough in the legs that now I'm supposed to be bouncing off, but because I'm in sword mode, that grants that natural mind's eye. That's why we're not bouncing off. A way to fix this is to wait for Lavacia to go back in the magma, have Mind's Eye, or with a torch pod, I can shoot him in the leg, and it resoftens it back up for me to hit it. And as long as it's hot, it acts as a weak spot for him. That's why it's really good that I'm using the Switch Axe for this, because we have the Mind's Eye. If you don't want to focus on using torch pods, I would recommend using the Switch Axe's sword mode or the long swords, like spirit attacks. That's probably your best bet. Alright, he's back in the magma, so when he resurfaces, he will be soft again. He won't be hard, he'll be soft. Haha. Zing. Alright. Once he comes out of the magma. There we go. That's a good boy. But since we're in Iceborne, I believe, I've never actually tested this because I hate fighting Lavacia as well, that you could actually probably just clutch claw. Let's try it. We could probably soften up his leg. Or can I not? Oh, I guess I can't soften his leg. Can soften his upper body, I guess. And maybe if it hardens, maybe we can still hurt him through it. Okay, we're bouncing off the head, which is a problem. We're just gonna, just get into this with sword mode. I still have the torch pods, but I have some sword gauge, so I'll kind of save it for now. Beat me down a little bit, but this isn't as bad. But yeah, you can hear all the clangs, and obviously we're doing less damage. So let's soften him up. There we go. Now that he's hot again. Alright, not his tail though. His tail, that's a no-go. Now, I think if you break parts, he'll be susceptible again? Maybe? Alright, let's show him back to blue, though. This isn't going as bad as Uragan. We're getting beat down, but because I at least have torch pods, then we're able to sustain it. And that's why there's torch pods all over his area, so you can just keep heating him back up. So let's keep him hot, so we can still damage him pretty well. That leg is not hard though. Uragon, I swear to God, don't you dare bother me. I think so. Let's try this. Let's try a dung pod. See, he's got the poop smoke. He's got the poop smoke on him. And that doesn't seem to be making him run away. I think you have to shoot him with multiple. he's... Well, for some reason, Lavacia is an idiot and is going after him, because I guess Lavacia doesn't have logic in his brain. Okay. This is not what I want to do. I don't want to fight two monsters again. This is not what I want. Okay, Lavacia is running away despite shooting Uragan with the poop. Logic. Oh, hey Dodogama, how's it going? You better not want to get in on this too. Alright. We're on ledges, let's go for a mount. Okay, it didn't work. That also didn't work. That also is not working. There we go. We'd get there eventually. Eventually we would get there. I think we're gonna get the discharge right away. Yeah, we did. Now, I don't have enough research on Lavacia to see when he actually has the skulls. So we're gonna beat into him a bit more for damage and just see how this goes. Yeah, and see, our damage is just low. His head's really the only spot we can actually hurt. It's a slight problem. Yeah, and this is the problem we're gonna deal with now. All right, that's a limp. That's a limp. We're gonna risk this. Where am I? And there we go. Lavacia is captured. All right. Yeah, for as much as I hate fighting Lavacia, if you kind of know how to deal with his hardened skin, he's not that bad of a monster. I think of Elder's Recess, Uragon's actually probably the worst. Because he's just the most obnoxious with rolling around. He likes to play roly-poly. That's what he's a roly-poly. 2 face stones. Come on, RNG. Come on, RNG. Give me... It gave me trash. How nice. I don't even know why I'm, like, having faith in it anymore. Like, I already know that I'm, you know, not gonna get it. But I believe.
I think we have enough data on Nergigante now. Want to report to ecological research?
No. Turn our bounties though. Wow, sorry, I guess the one bounty. I do actually I still never found the Dodogama relic. I should have been doing those bone piles, so I'll probably get that between episodes, and I'll confirm at the end of this if the Dodogama relics are found from the bone piles in Elder's Recess. I'm pretty sure that's where they are located. But that is going to bring us to the end of this episode. We are still not going to be speaking to the chief ecologist in the future because we have all of the tier 1 monsters of the regions, Rathalos, Diablos, Legiana, all of them. Because if we're going after Nergigante, we know he's going to be a tough cookie to try to crack. And we're going to need to definitely up our weapons and our armor to be even stronger. So next time on Monster Hunter World, we're going to work our way up the tier 1 monsters. I'll see you guys then.